history of the sport. Oklahoma got the win last year against Michigan, and now with Kyle
Oh, your
Whittingham
brother.
under the helm, let's see how Oklahoma at Michigan
I don't know what I heard.
in the big house. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Mateer. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. He'll set up to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Underwood fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Flying down the left side. He's at the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Will go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They go to the draw. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark it down at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. On the option. Now the toss. There's some room. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Running inside. It's Avant. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out of the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
It's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back.
Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. This quarterback part of their running game. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting a run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off balance with that play call.
The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Trying to move them on the counter. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Under fire. Almost a D-lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But
now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Underwood. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
So that was a lightning fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on third down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked up.
Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
And the Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Got a man. It's Marsh. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
Now on the move. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Quarterback making checks. The run inside. It's Marshall. Got enough for the first. He's loose down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. Excellent pass by the back on the option. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And he added the extra point.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. The sure hands, it's Thomas. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. That's caught. It's Harris. At the 40, there he goes. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more, but no question they've got to tackle better on the back end.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive gain on the toss point.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
And the Sooners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. On the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's Underwood to throw. Pressure coming. Fires downfield. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. To throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Turning on the Jets. At the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking downfield on 1st down. He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground here, off right tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the 2nd half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last 1st down gets them a little bit of confidence.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Finds his target down the middle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. 2nd and long coming up. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start would back them up 5 at 2nd and long. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with his defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
Running inside, it's Marshall. 7-yard pickup on that one, 3rd down and 3 coming. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. All the way back, and he coughs it up inside the 20. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast. Sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Trying to run, it's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. It is good! And they'll push that lead out a little further. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's start with Sacramento State taking on the Houston Cougars.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Underwood. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
That's the way you answer your halftime speech. You gave up a lot of points in that first half. What did the defense do? The first possession, you set the tone in the second half, get the big stop, get the big sack. Really nice answer by this defense.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Here come the Sooners, ready to go on offense. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll pull it down. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Wants to throw it again. Into the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for a crease. It's Marshall. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Switch it. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Turns it on down the left side. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolverine. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So
caught, and he's got room. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Sooners peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Fires to the big fella. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Makes the grab. It's Sategna. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. Quarterback keeps it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And you know what? The best third down offense is don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Buying some time. He'll throw it. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. On the option. He'll pitch it. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Defense looks like they're coming. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on 4th down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And as we start the 4th quarter, they'll try to knock 3 through the uprights. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. They are forced to settle for 3.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Throwing, Underwood. That's caught, it's Marsh. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Wolverines! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Movement on the offensive line, that's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Back to pass, it's Mateer. He's going to let it go. What a grab along the right sideline for the huge play. The Sooners want to move quickly.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
The keeper on the option. Makes it past the marker. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's Underwood to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Drag down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner is stopped. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback, get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
On fourth down, looking to pass. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Got a man, it's Thomas. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field.
Sweet. Return.
Wants to keep it in the air. Complete to the right. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive down 2 possessions. They They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Michigan! And the stomping has commenced.
And with that throw, man, you've got to look at this two-game run for this team. Like, to be able to do it in back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents, guys that you know, this is going to be a resume builder, a confidence builder for this squad. Impressed with the way this offense has handled their situation. The QB has handled some difficult moments, but Palmer, back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents. That's pretty impressive.
Big for his confidence as a player. I think big for the offensive coordinator and the head coach and their confidence in him as well, because you're right. You beat two top 25 teams in 2 straight weeks, in large part because of the way he's played. As a quarterback now, you're earning more throws for the next game and more touchdown pass opportunities because everybody trusts you and believes in you to handle the big moment against good opponents.
He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. To the air, it's Mateer. Floats it out in space. At the 35, he's open. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers now.
To the air on first down. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Found a seam. Gashes him in the middle. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the red zone, looking for a space. Unleashes one deep. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Moving out to the right. Powers through the defender. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. It's complete. Touchdown Sooners. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? From the gun. Oh, they're after him.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.